Great evening, everybody. How are you all doing today? I hope you are all doing great. If you traded today, market literally just fell all day. So if you caught that play, congratulations to you. If you didn't, there's always a next time if you have a system in place, right? But today I'm going to share with you guys the best of the best entry, how to get the precise entry and the best exit, right? I want to give that strategy for you guys. I've been talking about this strategy for a very, very long time, for almost about 3 months now, right? That we find our structure. We have an SND zone, right? Just make that red. And then we get a confirmation when price comes back to our zone. And we take trades targeting the entire high, right? And this is what the entire sniper system is all about, right? This is what I've been using, and this is what's been working for me constantly, and it's never going to change. I found something that works so well for me, and I don't really think it's going anywhere anytime soon. And I'm just going to keep on sharing and sharing and sharing it with you guys every single time, right? Just refining and getting better in my system as well. And the more I get better, the more I give you guys more value and more knowledge that you guys can try on your own and put it on your own trading information or trading weapon arsenal, right? So let's break this down. How does this work? I had one of my best trades here on the video a couple months ago, right? I didn't take the trade. No, I was taking on the way down. I didn't take the trade, right? However, we do have NVDA here on the 4 hour, right? You can use this for swing tradings, and you can use this for if you have a job, but you're just going to have to wait on higher time frames, right? Unless you're scalping and you know you have this zone, you have this structure, right? You can take it multiple break down until you get to that zone. But if you're not going in and out and you have a job and you have to move in a very quick pace in that you know you can't watch it all day long, this might works best for you because you can use this for swing trading, and all you have to do is literally alert your prices, right? So as we seen here, right, we seen that this was a structure, right? This entire impulse structure, whatever you want to call it, right? This was right here. So it's from this low to this high. So what I did was I told myself what was responsible for this entire move up, right? Because this entire move up created a new impulse, right? So it was from here, from this low to this high, pulled back and then broke above with that parabolic candle. I think it was the news. That means we created a new impulse, right? This, forget about this. This was from back then, but it was from this. So I told myself this is a new impulse that I have here, right? So what I have here is a new structure. So what I did was I asked myself what was responsible for that move. I like this entire move right here, this entire box from this high to this low, right? I like that entire zone. However, I don't like to play zones that are this big. So what I do is I refine them. So I took that little red candle right there to refine it, leaving my structure there, right? And then I want to change the color of this first. And then all I have to do is wait for my price to come back to my zone. You guys see that? I'm literally just waiting for my price to come back to my zone. Once I have that, I can put an alert. If I'm scalping, I can go take little breaks down from what's going on here, right? I can go to a lower time frame and break everything down in the 10-minute and say, hey, listen, I can take puts like this, right? Like today I had one on QQQ, I believe on the 15-minute, and we had a target, and literally the whole day it just fell. From the 15-minute, I took an entire zone from this low to this high, which became an entire zone, which it was actually refined by a 4 hour on the QQQ right here, right? It was technically from a wick, and I told myself, listen, I don't like that wick, so I'm going to include this green candle along with this entire entire wick, so from here to there, and I'm gonna go to the 15 minutes to see if I can refine it. And I did find an unmitigated structure. So what I did was I took this entire low to this wick, and I said I'm gonna use that as my zone, right? And then during pre-market, literally we had those touches, and I said, listen, we're about to tank right here. More, I literally put on my chat, more QQQ puts, guys, right? Because last week it was just falling. I said more QQ puts, and all day that's literally what happened. But anyway, back to the system that we have here on the video, right? All I had to do was wait for my price, right? Once I get my price, I can take this, I can put a green here, and I can tell myself, I can go to my lower time frame and literally break it down. So as you guys know, the rule 30, I would be playing in the 8 minutes, but I don't have 8 minutes, so I will be playing in the 10 minutes in this scenario, right? So what I do is I'm looking for a liquidation of equal lows, right? So this entire low right here was liquidated. I like that right here, right? This low right here. This, oops, sorry guys. Delete polyline right here. I like this low being liquidated, right? Took a huge big move down during pre-market. Let me shorten this box, right? It's supposed to be here, that touch right there, right? Liquidated this entire low. Pre-market went down, never broke below my zone. So therefore, I still like it. Like I wanted to actually go down to the zone, right? I wanted to go down to the zone. As long as we don't break below, as long as we don't break below this 154, which is the low of this entire structure or impulse, right? As long as we don't break below that, I'm okay at taking calls there. I'm okay at taking a bounce. And what literally happened is that we had a liquidation of equal lows during pre-market, and what happened? It just started creating higher high. You could have literally put yourself in a position to say, hey, listen, the moment this candle pulled back right here, the moment this candle is creating higher high, because it was creating higher high, right? If you're in my mentorship, I give you guys the entire system. You have the higher high. We never broke above, right? It's consolidating, never broke above. However, it is bouncing. What do I mean by that? It never broke below the zone. It's bounced and literally it's making higher high on that zone. That's a great sign of bullishness, right? That's a great sign of a stock pushing up to look for bullish momentum. And what happened the previous day? It just started running, right? Literally just left without us. You could have put yourself in that position that as long as we never break the structure low right here, as long as we've never broke the structure low right here of this entire structure, it can play around this zone. It can have a wick go below the zone, not a body, right? We don't want a body closing below the zone. We can have wick. However, in this scenario, we had it playing in our zone, in our refined zone, which was even better. Therefore, it never broke the low. The price went to our refined zone. Therefore, I am safe to take calls, and I am willing to target 172.80 from 158, and because in my higher time frame, that is my target. So this right here is your entry, right? This right here is your entry, and the structure high in this scenario, the structure high right here is your exit. Now you can take out 80% of your play, or you can take out 100%. I do like to take out 80%. Then I leave 20% just running and running to see what can happen, right? And I would move my stop loss to like break even. So in case it goes the opposite, I wouldn't lose anything. You guys see that? Beautiful play. We are confirming other things also on QQQ on puts, but on QQQ I also have a target right here. Same exact with NVDA, right? Right here, guys. This is beautiful right here. This is free sauce, right? I had a same exact play. I had a huge impulse from here, from this high, from this entire high, right, all the way to this low. So I said, listen, I don't like this big zones. You guys know I just said that I don't like playing around this big zones, right? So what I do is I refine it. Even though I am most likely to miss a play, it's okay because once a price comes into my zone and it doesn't break below that, I will take it. I'm okay. I will take calls, right? So this is my next setup right here. I took a trade on QQQ today as I showed you guys this 15-minute zone. But on the downside, this was my entry and this was my this right here was my exit, the zone. I could have simply just held puts all the way to the zone, but I'm not gonna do that because I know overall this zone is what I want right here overall. I'm looking for the bounce and liquidating 294, and my stop loss would just right be below the zone. You guys see that? I want price to come down here, right? Play around like what happened, create higher high, pull back, and literally just run. We'll probably have some catalyst. We will probably have some catalyst when this happens. Guys, I am telling you guys this now. Screenshot this, whatever. It is 12/19. December 19, 6:17 p.m., right? Watch what happened when QQQ's price comes into the zone. All of a sudden, it's going to create higher high, and maybe that week is going to say, hey, we have some catalyst, and it's going to just make the market skyrocket, and everybody's now going to be forcing puts again, right? Because you see how I left the zone and I'm scalping for today. I know overall I'm scalping puts, but overall when it gets to the zone, I'm taking calls. But you see, there's people that leaves this zone right here. So when price comes right there, they say, hey, listen, I'm taking puts. Why? Because this was the supply zone from the previous days. And this is why it's very, very important for you not to separate the higher time frame to the lower time frame. Like I know in my 4 hours, is a bullish structure. I want the pullback. I know the market is going to pull back to my zone. That's what I want. So I can take it all the way back up, liquidating the high to take the price higher and higher. But to some people, once they have that 4 hour, they go to the 5 minute and see just entire downtrends all week and be like, hey, we're in a downtrend. Right? So therefore, I'm always going to take puts. In my previous supply zone from the past that I've used to take scalping trades, I'm going to keep using those supply zone in the future. Right? If that makes sense, it just basically means that they forgot the overall trend that in the higher time frame was an uptrend, that it was supposed to pull back. It was supposed to be intertwined, but they separated it. Right? So overall, I really like this. I want to see that bounce, right? It's giving us the same exact play with NVDA. Look at that, right? Look at this. We had that run up, broke structure, and what happened? It just runs. Same thing with Q. Same thing with Q, you guys. Right? We had that run up, and now we want that pullback. Same thing. Right? I want that for us. I want that for QQQ here. And I'm not gonna be surprised if catalysts start happening. I know I don't play during catalyst, but you guys know how I feel about catalyst, right? I just don't like it because of the amount of volatility that it goes into it. I don't like playing like that. Oops, I moved my zone by accident, right? So it's a refine to that little wick right there. But that's how it's played, you guys. This is how I play it. That is my system. It is nothing crazy. If you've been following my YouTube channel, you guys are sick and tired of literally listening to the same thing. And for some of you guys really love it because it reminds you that you shouldn't be overwhelmed when you take those minus ones or break evens, right? You say that, listen, it's my job to just keep following my system, and it is my job to make sure that every time I take a trade in the market, my system is always being followed, regardless if I win or lose. As long as I follow my system, I am okay. My system is what will keep my account alive, right? Following my system and not FOMOing into a trade, not jumping into any trade because somebody said so. I take trades because I have a system. I follow my rule. I respect my system. And that's how I know I will make it in this game, because I have a system. Right? So guys, I just wanted to share that very quick video. I hope you guys got some value, and I hope I've simplified it. If you've been with my channel, this is nothing new. If you are in my Patreon, this is nothing new. You guys, I literally drilled this strategy over and over and over and over. Right? This strategy right here made me tons of money, and have a lot of students that is making a lot of money just using the same exact thing. Some of them are making more money than me, and they're my students. Especially they have amazing, they came here with an amazing discipline already. that they say, hey, listen, I am willing to learn this, whatever it is, my teachability index, meaning how teachable and coachable they are, will determine how far that they go in this game. And they literally just keep on following the same system over and over, right? You have your structure. In this scenario, we are looking for an upside. So once we do have that bounce here, never breaks below, right? Never breaks below our zone. We can wick below, but never body close below. As long as we are playing in this zone and we create higher highs on lower time frames, we are good to take calls. And we are targeting 294.67. So in the 15-minute, we have 294.67. We won't be surprised when market starts coming up here and starts going down and then coming right back up. What do I mean by that? So we're not surprised and we won't get scared when we're taking plays. The market comes back down, then comes back up, right? We won't be scared, right? Because at the end of the day, we have a target at the higher time frame. You guys see that? This is literally how market moves, right? Market literally moves like this. Sometimes it doesn't move in a direction where, oh, it's higher high, right? Sometimes the market doesn't do that. Sometimes market does this, right? That is higher high. You guys see that? Market can move like that. It grabs liquidity and goes up higher and higher. But you guys will understand that more once you get to start to familiarize with the charts, right? But once again, you guys, I just wanted to share that quick video on entries and exit strategy. So use that, and always do your own due diligence. You guys, don't just take what I know, study it for yourself, backtest it for yourself. And guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great day. Peace.